to Sumnu in the Valley. I am Keziah Wilson, one of the co-hosts here, and I'm here with two of my hosts today.
I'll introduce myself.
My name is Amaya. I am one of the hosts for Sumnu in the Valley, and I'm grateful to be here.
Yep. And my name is Kash. I'm another host for Sumnu in the Valley today, and I'm excited for our show.
Let's talk about it. What is Sumnu in the Valley? For those who are listening to us for the first time.
What is some new? Please.
Okay, well, if you didn't know, now you know. Sumnu is celebrating 20 years of excellence, 20 years of family, 20 years of commitment to small business, business in general. So we're a Black-owned small business that supports small business with strategic marketing. We do in-house marketing, outreach, business development, small business training, and a plethora of other services that we offer here at Sumnu. But more importantly, we're for the community, and we're here to educate the community.
Yes, we have a lot of things going on. We're all over the valley. And so this is our opportunity to sit down and chat with y'all and to just get a little insight of what's going on each month. We have this show once a month, first Monday every month. And June 1st, Monday, is the first time. And we got a great show for you guys. I'm smiling so big because our guests today are just legends.
Just legends, and they just walked through the door, y'all.
They
like,
just
the
walked
smiles. I'm pretty sure you could hear me smiling right now. The smile just walked through the door.
Yes.
And it's Black Music Appreciation.
Yes, yes, yes. And that is what we're going to focus on today. June is Black Music Appreciation Month. And if you've been listening to 88.1, you already know that this is the radio station to be and to talk about that today. So, let's introduce our guests today.
Let's get to it because I'm excited.
Let's get into it. So we have two very special guests today with us. Kash, would you like to do the honors?
Very phenomenal guests. Oh my God, y'all. Join us in welcoming Bubba Knight and Craig Knight. What a dynamic duo to have for Black Music Appreciation Month. How y'all feeling? Hey, Bubba.
Hey, what's up? Oh my gosh. So good to be here with you guys this morning. I was trying to turn my phone off because there's an Amber Alert that's going on.
Oh, yeah.
And that thing, like, it was like, and I'm trying to turn this off. So
Kash,
help me.
help him, guys.
Okay, yeah, I'll turn that over to you guys because y'all know about YouTube, iTunes, all of
Great
that.
generation,
Yeah.
Gen Z support,
Yeah, thank you.
assistance.
And Craig Knight, how you
Yes.
feeling? How you feeling?
I feel great coming off a vacation. You know how that is, and I just feel great. I'm happy to be alive and here another day.
Yes.
There you go. I just left Atlanta, Georgia,
Ooh.
and my great-granddaughter just got married yesterday.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
How does
Her
that feel
name
for
is
you?
Oh, it feels great because she's expecting another night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think he's supposed to come here, arrive in August or latter part of July. So I'm happy, and Craig and I, we're keeping the name going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. We have some boys coming. My son Anthony had a boy last November, Makai,
Wow.
and then my son Javon, him and his wife is expecting a boy this July. You know, and
Oh yeah.
yeah.
July.
July 13th is
Yeah.
the due date.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Nice continue on.
Yep. And we just had I had a granddaughter. His great-granddaughter
Right.
graduated high school this past Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day,
Wow.
out here. So I'm still kind of like, wow, my granddaughter graduated high school. I have a granddaughter that graduated high school.
Yeah.
And it's like, I got to keep saying it just to like, this is really happening.
For it to settle in.
Settle in.
Yeah. It's so great.
The night
And your great granddaughter, that's your
Yeah,
Chelsea's your granddaughter, by the way.
Right. Chelsea's my granddaughter. And
Paris is your great granddaughter.
Right. And Chelsea's getting ready to have my great son. great son, great.
No, your great
grandson.
grandson.
My great grandson, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Wow.
I'm at that point now where, wait a minute, I had to use all fingers
And
how many you have?
toes.
How many grandchildren you have?
I lost count at the wedding because people were asking me. They were asking me that about how many, and that's not my department. My wife Kathleen.
She handles all that.
Listen. My wife Kathleen. She has the count. She knows everybody, all the names, the ages, and when to send birthdays and cards and graduation gifts and all of that. And my wife Kathleen, that's her department. And I leave that alone.
I heard that.
Well, you at least have 7 on this side.
That's right.
I have 7 grandchildren.
Yeah.
Wow. How does it feel seeing your family expanding in that way?
Oh, that's great.
Joyful, a lot of pride, and just gratefulness. You know, to in this day and time with everything happening, I'm just grateful.
Yeah, and keeping the name alive. You know, the Knight name going on.
Yes.
My dad would be, I mean, if he was here, he would be so proud of what Craig and I and Gladys Knight, all of us are keeping the name going. And my sisters too. My sister Brenda and my sister Gladys.
Yes.
They keep it going as well, but not as well as what Craig and I are doing. Because, come on now, because they throwing other names in the pot.
Yeah, our name.
You know,
Yeah.
we're solid knights.
Solid night.
Firm.
And you know, when they get married, hey,
Yeah.
What's their name?
It changes. It changes a lot.
Well, well, the good thing is that my 2 daughters and have agreed on their own. I didn't force it on them.
Me either.
They're gonna keep their maiden name as their middle name, so they'll be Breland Knight when that happens, or
And lyric Knight. Yeah.
And whatever that name is. so it kind of stays that way through the women's side of the family.
So that's something that's very important to you too, to keep your last name and the generations to continue.
Oh my
keep
God,
that alive.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because we've worked very hard, Craig and I,
so hard.
to make that name have legitimacy and longevity, and we in our careers.
And that's something that you guys definitely do have, and that's something we can never take away from you. Is the last name and the legacy you all have built.
That's solid.
Especially we're sitting here in your legacy. Craig, you're the general manager of KCP 88.1.
Yeah.
So we're able to sit here and you're able to have your dad here and talk on the show where you're not the host, your people aren't the host, but you got different insiders coming in
It's
to
a
interview
blessing.
you guys.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a blessing, and it was important for me to make a name for myself and follow with the gifts that God gave me, which started through DJing.
Yes.
And that was, it's still connected to the music industry and entertainment industry and radio. They all connect, and all of the things that I saw and learned coming up under my family's, I guess you say graduation promotions through the music industry and everything that it went through. They wasn't born with a silver spoon in their mouth. They started out, it was a struggle.
Absolutely.
And that's the great Black American story for most that are successful. You go through the ins and outs, and they came up, doing that through Jim Crow. So anything these artists going through today, they ain't seen nothing. What it took to get to here, the shoulders that we all stand on, and I'm appreciative of that, to see my dad still here. Healthy, alive, still in his right mind, about to be 84 years old.
Wow. Yeah.
Pass down the good genes.
Oh yeah, that's so good. And I'm so proud of you, Craig, because of what you've done with what you learned from watching us from behind the stage and on the scene. I remember you were on this gentleman's shoulders when you were about 8 or 9.
I was younger than that. I think I was about 5.
About 5 years old. Yeah, and I remember
Don Kirshner's
rock concert.
They used to midnight special
Yep.
with Wolfman Jack.
Yes.
And it used to be a TV special called the Midnight Special, and they'll have artists. They'll have an artist on there, the featured artist, and they'll do a concert, and it'll be people in front of a stage, kind of like House of Blues type stand-up crowd. So
Yes,
it was
exactly.
me and my younger brother Chris, and we was little guys. I mean, I might have been 6 and he might have been 4, and I don't know who did it. Someone in your team, found somebody that they can trust and said, hey, these are Bubba's sons.
Take care of my boy.
Can you take care of them out here so they can see the show? And they put us on their shoulders.
And I remember seeing Craig from the stage.
Yes.
I was performing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was so proud to have my son watch me do what I do.
Yeah.
Watch me perform and everything. His family. Actually, his family performed, right?
Yeah.
And
cousins.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And as I was doing the choreography and everything, I turned around, I did a spin and and I saw Craig in the audience because he was over everybody else. Because he was taller than anybody. Because he was on this guy's shoulders.
Yeah.
And it just made me feel so good. And to watch him in the wings at the Apollo, the Apollo Theater, to see my son seeing what his dad does for a living and why I'm not there with him day by day by day, because I'm out here doing what I'm doing in order to make a better life for all of us. And, he was there to see that. And so I didn't have to tell him about it. He could see it for himself. And that was great.
Oh, Mr. Knight.
Yes.
Which one?
Mr. Knight. You Mr. Knight. You Mr. Knight.
You say Mr. Craig.
Mr. Craig.
Mr. Craig. Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
For Mr. Knight or Mr. Craig?
Mr. Knight.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Knight.
Yes.
Can you just tell the audience how important it is to just be an example for your family and creating that structure, creating that, like paving the way and just staying focused on the end goal to build what you guys have built today? Because I feel like a lot of families, we have a lot of broken families in our, community, and we just be doing stuff with no intention. So just emphasize how intentional you were building this family out and how great it is to see where you guys are today.
Great question. My mom, Mama Knight, that we call her, some of the children call her Graham. So when I refer to her as Graham or Mama Knight, I'm talking about the same person. Elizabeth Knight Woods. Elizabeth Woods Knight. She was a Woods before she married my dad. She instilled in us that a family that prays together and stays together and are going in the same direction can be powerful. And you can make whatever obstacles in front of you, you can overcome all of those obstacles. And when we were coming up through a segregated Georgia and Southern kind of an upbringing, we thought about that. And that's how we were motivated to keep our family and our group and our children and everybody as close as possible and explain to them and show them what they could do and achieve by watching us and by seeing our accomplishments in the business and performing and doing things like that. And Craig got it. Craig got it because he's still in music, but he doesn't do it the same way that I do it. I'll do wop, do wop, do wop. And he'll scratch. So it's still in the family. So that's very important. Great question. And it was very important and still is important that we stay together as a family. Whenever we get together, oh man, it is like, I feel like Mama Knight is looking down on us and saying, way to go, Mary Jr. Way to go, Craig. Way to go, Felicia. All the nights, whether you're named Knight or you have an attachment name, you're still a part of. And that's what makes us, to me, a solid to do and achieve family. And Craig is an example. Look at him. He took that music. He doesn't do wop.
I play the doo-wop.
He played the doo-wop.
So, Mr. Craig,
Yes.
I want to ask, with your dad and how he paved his way in the music industry, was there a time growing up where you felt like you had to measure up to your dad or pave your own way, or did you always feel like music was your passion, just in a different way? How was that journey?
Yeah, all of that. So, no, except for the first one, I didn't think that I had to measure up as far as exactly what he does. But I did feel like whatever I did in the music industry, I made up my mind as a little kid on the side of this. I'm like, wow, this is me, you know. And I was blessed to have the introduction to it at the Apollo when I was like 4 or 5, and because I'm from New York, so anytime they came close to town or near town, or the Apollo was the place. And when I was introduced to the Apollo at a young age and saw them perform, then that gave me a passion to want to just keep going. I wanted to see everybody. And then I had that opportunity because of who my dad was. The Apollo, family knew who I was. Oh, that's Bubba's boy.
Yep.
So that gave me the opportunity to see so many groups. I saw all of the different combinations of the Temptations, the Manhattans, Joe Tex, James Brown, Al Green, Jerry Butler, the Silvers, Jackson 5, just so many Isaac Hayes, the OJs. You think of it, I saw them at the Apollo, and that was such a blessing growing up in that, And then when hip hop became popular in the Bronx, we had moved back to the Bronx in the mid '70s, and before that, I was fascinated with drums. So I thought maybe I'll be a drummer in this industry, and, played in school bands and all that stuff in elementary school and junior high. Then when breaking and the hip hop culture, before it was called hip hop, came around in '76, and I was looking up to Grandmaster Flash, DJ Breakout, all of the people you heard of from the beginning, DJ Kool Herc, and I actually saw some of them in the park. And that the projects, community centers, because those were the places the parties would happen, or a block party. And you had breakdancing, you had MCing, you had DJing, and you had graffiti. And you chose one at that time. So if you naturally was a percussionist or a drummer, you gravitated to DJing. Because at the time, the DJ's job was to catch the break and keep the break going so the MC could rap, and the B-boys can break, and the graffiti artists can take all that in and get graffiti ideas and stuff. So that was the introduction to that in like 1977.
Wow.
And down the street, there was this guy that lived down the street. He was older than us, and he had like a real job. So I think he was UPS or something like that, right? Yeah. So he had, because I had paperboy job, all that. That's why I say real job. Yeah. So he was the only one in the neighborhood that had turntables and a mixer. So we had to wait till you get home from work, go over his house to try to practice. But of course, he wanted to get his in first. And then by the time we got on, all right, guys, I got to go to bed and get up for work. We like, dang, we trying to sneak it in. So I was like, I asked my mom, I said, you know what? I need my own turntable. I need my own gear. And she called my dad up. She said, hey, your son, these kids, they doing something around here called DJing and it's scratching and some other stuff. Yeah. And he needs turntables and a mixer. And his response, mixer, what are you making, cakes?
And she called me and asked me to give Craig the turntables,
Yeah.
so he could scratch some. I said, what?
What is
You gonna scratch my records? What
my
is
records?
this? You gotta be kidding me! But that was a passion of his.
Yeah.
So in order to help him grow in whatever he wanted to do, I sent him. I said, buy him the turntable. Then you can explain to me later about all that scratching and all that.
So when you found out what it was, what scratching was and stuff like that, how did that make you feel?
I'm going like, go Craig.
Go, Craig.
Go Craig, yeah, go Craig, go Craig.
So that was my introduction to where, okay, this is my identity in the music industry without even really fully understanding it.
Right.
I just knew I wanted to DJ, and I liked the beats, and I liked what the older DJs was doing. I was like, I want to do that, you know. So that was my introduction, and then of course it kind of started, you know, the hip hop side and the R&B side started kind of blending together, you know. And as a matter of fact, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Save the Overtime video was the first R&B video that introduced and exposed and gave a platform to breakdancing.
That's right.
So they was the first R&B group to have breakdancers in their music video back in '83
I remember we filmed that at a brownstone
in New York.
In New York, in New York, in the street.
Yeah.
And I was tuned. I mean, what was it? I could never get his name right. He was Gladys's husband in the video.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
When she was coming down the
Okay,
steps.
I can't think of the actor's name, but he also,
Yeah.
if you remember the Temptations movie, he played Barry
Gordy,
in
right.
the Temptations TV series movie.
Uh-huh.
And he played some other roles and stuff. If you
Right.
saw him, you'd be like, oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, him.
He has like an African name type, yeah. But he played Auntie's husband in that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, just watch the video. You'll see exactly what we're talking about.
Save the overtime.
Save the overtime.
Save the overtime. And you know, we wrote that song, Night D's and Night. That was Sam D's, Gladys Knight, and me. We named our writing team, our producing team, Night D's and Night. Like Holland Doze and well. You know, I'm going like, hey,
L.A. and Babyface.
Yeah, L.A. and Babyface.
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Yeah, we were reaching out in that, you know, for that kind of situation. And I remember coming home one day, and we were writing these songs. And what I would do is create ideas. And Gladys and Sam were better at putting the stories and things like that together.
Lyricists.
Yeah. So I went into the rehearsal room one day. I said, you know what? My wife Kathleen was working for Ford Motor Company at the time, and she was in human resources, right? And so that took up a lot of time. So with me being on the road and her working, it was kind of difficult for us to come together and have some quality time as a husband and a wife, right? And so when I went in and said, I said, I have this idea. Let's write this song about save the overtime for me. And that's where that came from. Come on now. Come on.
I just love how like the songs back then were just so intentional.
Yeah.
It just like
There
y'all
you
was
go.
telling the story, y'all was going off of what you guys were experiencing.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
just sharing that with the world, because nowadays, the music today.
Well,
And
you
that's
know,
the thing I wanted to ask. So
Uh-huh.
you know how with every generation,
Yes.
the music that's popular changes. And so, Mr. Knight, when you discovered that Mr. Craig was getting into a new genre of music, and you can be honest, did
I
you
will.
think it sounded good?
Actually, I kind of embrace all types of music. I would choose something out of classical music, out of country music, R&B, and also hip hop would create. And I liked it because I knew I had a son that could break it down to me and tell me about it. I go to Craig and say, Craig, what is this? what are they saying? what are they saying? What does that mean?
Have you had to do that to a song recently?
Yes.
Which one?
Yes, I had to do that.
Or Craig, do you know?
Yeah, that song that got the Oscar.
Which one?
Huh?
The song that got the Oscar.
Yeah, he got the.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
No, not hard out here on the pimp. I knew that one. I knew that one because I used that in our show one time. I told Gladys, I said, Auntie Gladys, and they booed me. And I said, Gladys, I said, you know, when you went solo back in da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, it was hard out here on a pimp. And
On a
hard
pimp.
out here on a pimp.
You said pimp.
Yeah,
instead of
hard out
pimp.
here on a pimp. And so I stole that line from that movie. But it was the movie between Drake and...
Oh, you talking about Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
They not like us.
Yeah, they're not like
I
us.
had to break that down.
You were like,
They-
what are you saying?
Yeah, they not like us. They not like us. I'm going like, I got in Craig's car. I said, you got to break this down. I'm not understanding. So Craig told me all about it. So it made me understand it a lot better once I heard it after Craig explained. So I'm happy my son is in hip hop, bebop. What are y'all call it? Yeah, bebop, hip hop, and all them hop. Huh?
Oh, BTS, K-pop.
K-pop.
Oh yeah, K-pop. BTS is K-pop.
BTS is a
I
K-pop
didn't know that.
boy
Yeah,
band.
But I know about
K-pop.
Yeah,
But they got it
BTS.
from black music.
Uh-huh.
Everything is from black music.
Yeah. Yep. All that
everything.
choreography and all of that stuff,
Since we're
man.
talking about Black History and
Yeah.
Music
Yeah.
Month and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that's the same thing that Elvis Presley did to us,
Oh
too.
yeah. And there's a guy
Presley.
Elvis got his sound
Uh-huh.
and his everything
Excuse me.
from this gentleman. He was a black man,
Uh-huh.
and he was actually on
Yeah.
one of the late night shows, and he sang, and it was like, okay, yeah, Elvis sounds just like him.
Yeah.
And it was some of his music, and there was other black artists where some of his songs came from. You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog. That was a female
Yeah.
artist, rock and roll artist.
We're gonna
Yeah.
take a quick break.
Oh,
And
no,
we're
no.
gonna come right
No,
Oh yeah,
no,
top of the
no,
hour.
no.
All right, OT on
no,
top of
no.
the job. That's right. Stay FCC. That's right. Come
Thanks,
on,
OT.
do what you gotta do.
No, but that's very important to recognize that some of the most popular super artists, as far as the Caucasians are concerned, like Elvis Presley, he took You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog and made it hit. Now it goes to their following.
Yeah.
Not so much of they're doing something so great and so creative and so new that you never heard of it before. It's not that. It's that they take what
Couldn't get amplified and amplified it.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And you know, and nothing's wrong with that. You know, nothing's wrong with that except for when it gets misunderstood that you're the creator of that.
Right, the originator.
And you the
Which is-
originator.
that's
Like
not true.
Little Richard would tell you all the time. I'm not an imitator. I'm a creator. I'm an originator.
Did Gladys Knight and the Pips ever had to deal with other artists trying to imitate your sound or try to take your content and deem it as theirs? Was there ever a time of that?
Actually, that's a good question because there was a writer in England that approached me about who came up with the title Midnight Train to Georgia. And I know for a fact, and I had to straighten him out on it because it was told that Sissy Houston came up with Midnight Train to Georgia to let me back up. Jim Weatherly is the writer of Midnight Train to Georgia, and so many of our hit records, like The Best Thing That Ever Happened to Me, Midnight Train to Georgia, Neither One of Us, all of those songs were written by a country and western artist named Jim Weatherly. We took it and made those country and western songs ours. And it became, that's like we were presenting their song to our artists, like Elvis was presenting Big Mama Thornton, and all of their music to his audience.
Right.
So, with our combination of Jim Weatherly's writing abilities and our making it our ability, created the hit of Midnight Train and all those other records that he wrote. And Jim Weatherly, I don't got way off.
No, so
I
he
got
was.
way off.
So originally,
Where I was going
the
with
song was called
doggone
"Midnight Plane to Houston."
Oh yeah.
That was the original title of the song
that Jim sent to us.
That he sent. Right.
Right, it was Midnight Train to Houston. Thank you.
There you go. You back on track now. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. I'm back on track now. Look, the train is
Mr.
rolling.
Knight just gave Mr. Craig a good old nudge.
Yeah.
There you go.
The train is back on the track now. So when we got the song, it was Midnight Plane to Houston. So we were in our creative meeting, like I said, we bring songs and ideas. And so we sat in the meeting and we were going like, we're not from Houston.
Yeah.
And at that particular time, Ray Charles had Georgia on My Mind out, Killing, and Brooke Benton had Rainy Night in Georgia, Killing, and all of these other artists are singing songs about Georgia and all that. I'm going like, wait,
Y'all from Georgia.
We're from Georgia. Get out of here. So
You got Georgia song.
Yeah. So they talking about Midnight Plane to Houston. I'm going like, hey y'all, let's change the title. Let's change it around to make it something that we can be proud of, because we want to be proud of our hometown and our state, right?
And your followers can relate to too.
Yeah.
Because everybody couldn't afford to fly.
Get on a plane.
Get on a plane.
Right.
Yeah,
So it's trains and buses.
Yeah.
And cars.
Yeah,
Keep it real.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how, now check it out. That's how we used to travel when we were like 10 and 12. And my mom we used to catch it wasn't midnight, but it was a late train. It was a bullet train. They called it, the Silver Bullet. That's what they called it. Coming from Atlanta to Central Station in New York City. And that's how we used to travel. My mom used to book Gladys and me. This is a long story.
No, just keep going from that on. Y'all used to travel.
Okay, that's how the train got into
That's how, that's how the train.
That's how the
was
train
put into
part
the name.
was put
title.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what Graham and Mama Knight used to do. That's how she would get me and Gladys to go to New York. Anyway, so we had a train history.
Yeah.
I mean, real train history.
So it
And
meant
so-
something.
And the train left late at night, because I used to ask my mom and said, why we waiting up if the sun is up and it's nice outside? Why we have to wait so late to get on? She said, because they have a schedule. The trains have schedules. And the one that's coming to pick us up doesn't get to Atlanta until such. So she broke it down to me.
Yeah.
I still didn't like it.
Right.
I wanted to travel in the day so I could look out the window and see land and build trees and cows and pigs and horses and all that. I wanted to see all of that, right?
Yeah.
Not at night. Anyway, long story short. Okay, midnight, that's how the train got into the equation, right? And then it left so late. When the title was Midnight Plane to Houston, I'm going like, hey y'all, midnight train to Georgia.
Yeah.
What about that? And so Glenn said,
Iconic.
yeah.
Love
And I told my sister, I said, cause at that time I had her ear, and I'm going like, hey little sister, call Jim Weatherly. And didn't get permission, because he's the writer.
Right.
You can't do anything like that with anybody's original material without getting their confirmation on it. So I found the number of Jim's private number, and I had my sister to call him, and Gladys called Jim and presented the idea to Jim Weatherly. And so he thought about it, and he called her back. And he said, you know what? You guys are from Georgia. You're from Atlanta, and it makes sense. So I'm okay with you doing that. But I don't know how this part got into the picture. But all of a sudden, it's Sidney Houston named Midnight Train to Georgia to Jim Weatherly's song. I'm going like, what? What? Oh my gosh. So I'm telling y'all the real story of how Midnight Train to Georgia got to be Midnight Train to Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's awesome.
So anyway.
And that's good that he was willing to make that change and he valued your guys'
And you know what?
input on
Because we had recorded neither one of us for him. And he liked what we had recorded on neither one of us by taking his song and making it Gladys Knight and the Pips song. Because we made up all the backgrounds and everything. Joe Porter was the producer. But when we walked in the studio, Joe Porter said, this is the track, these are the strings and everything. Y'all go in the studio and do your Gladys Knight and the Pips
Do
thing.
your thing.
And so that's what we would do. We would sit in there. Gladys would make a scratch vocal so that we knew where the lines would fall, where the lyrical lines would fall, and we would make the backgrounds up to accommodate the lyric flow. And that's how we did all of our songs.
Right.
So Joe Porter gave us that freedom. Jim Weatherly gave us freedom to create and to do us. And that's how all of our successful recordings came about. And it was all because of us doing what Graham, my mom, taught us a long time ago. She said a fist balled up together is stronger than these fingers. Spread it out like that.
I gotta add this nugget in there. So Midnight Train to Georgia was on Buddha Records, and they had just transitioned from Motown to Buddha.
Right.
But they had to do songs for Motown before they could be released. So they did Neither One of Us.
Right.
That was a Motown song.
Right.
And in the same year, they did Midnight Train to Georgia.
Right.
To this day, and I have not seen it yet, they're the only group that won a Grammy for 2 songs on the same show on 2 different record companies, record labels.
Wow.
One artist. I've never seen an artist get 2 Grammys or more from 2 different labels for songs that came out in the same year. That hasn't happened. So Neither One of Us and Midnight Train to Georgia and the Jacksons presented those Grammys for one of them to y'all.
Yeah.
I remember that. There's a picture of that, all of them together holding the Grammys.
Yeah, they actually have a clip of Gladys Knight and the Pips in the movie that just came out.
Yes.
Yeah. Michael.
Oh, that's another story.
Yeah, that's another
That's another
If y'all saw
story.
the movie Michael.
Yes.
That was us.
What?
That was us.
We saw it twice.
The movie?
I saw it twice. I'm
Yeah, that was
again.
us. And the story is good because I'm glad they incorporated that into the movie because that is a true part of the story. Joe Jackson came from Indiana, drove the boys up there. I guess it was in that station wagon or whatever it was. But they came to the Regal Theater in Chicago where we were performing and we were headlining at the Regal Theater, right? So Joe Jackson came and drove the boys up there, and he had a meeting with us in Gladys's dressing room and asked if the Jacksons could perform on our stage, on our show, since it was our,
It was y'all show.
Y'all show.
And they coming up, they trying to get, they trying to be known. And
and we always wanted to help. And even to the day, I got my Broadway in the Hood backpack. Even to the day, we're always trying to help younger people and talents get up the ladder. Anyway, to get back to the story, Joe Jackson came to the dressing room and he said, would you guys please let my boys perform on your stage? And so unanimously we're going like, yeah. Come on, let these kids do that.
Have you heard about them before?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't know anything.
they were still doing talent shows. And
They were-
stuff like
yeah,
that.
and then
they wasn't big yet.
They were in Gary, still doing talent shows
Local
and
stuff.
auditions and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And so Joe, with his mind about where he
Business
wanted
mind.
his business mind where he wanted his kids to go. What was a better idea than bring them to an audience that had never seen them before, and a bigger audience who would rave like they did. Once, let me tell you, okay, I got to get to this part. I got to get to this part right here. Boy, after Michael and the Jackson went on, baby, 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 and he was doing, I get the feeling, got the feeling. Boy, our audience went nuts. They went, I mean, my God.
Wow.
And so when we got ready to go on, it was like, I really don't want to follow that.
I know.
No.
I really don't want to
Maybe they should just perform the rest of the night.
yeah. So we went on and we got polite applause, which is good. Our fans, they supported us. But after Michael and the Jacksons finished up,
Hard to follow up.
let me tell you, we immediately went back to the dressing room and met with Gladys. I was telling my sister, I said, call Barry Gordy, Motown them right now, and tell them about these kids. Tell them about the talent that we just saw from the wings. And so my sister got on the phone, and not that I tell her what to do, she got her own mind. I'm just making suggestions.
Right.
Yeah, suggestions, man. I don't run nothing. Okay. So she got on the phone and she called our manager at the time. His name was Taylor Cox, Mr. Cox, and she told Mr. Cox about this group that we had saw that we were raving over, and they need to send a representative from Motown to look at this group. And what we call it today, crickets.
Yeah.
What are y'all? I'm trying.
Crickets.
Craig. Craig is teaching me.
Crickets is good.
Look, I keep Craig by my side. Craig.
That's stupid.
All right.
It's time.
All right.
Yeah.
So crickets, and then I said, okay, let's not give up. Graham always taught us to keep going. So she called him a second time. The next day, crickets. Called him the third day, crickets. At that particular time, we were new on the Motown roster, and we weren't like homegrown, like the Temptations, Diana Ross and Supreme, Stevie Wonder. We weren't like that. We came off.
They were the rookie. They were the rookies.
We were the rookies. We were the rookies. And it was almost like these rookies calling them in trying to ask us to do something like they got some kind of clout. And so they ignored us, right? So when we got back to Detroit, long story short, when we got back to Detroit, we saw Bobby Taylor and the Vancouvers, and they were getting ready to perform in Chicago. And so me, big brother Ipple was telling Bobby Taylor, when you get to Chicago, look up this group called the Jacksons.
Jackson 5.
Jackson 5. Look them up because they are phenomenal. And so Bobby Taylor, with his brilliant self, took his not video, but his back in the days, it was, what is it, 8
Camcorder?
Yeah.
No,
It was way before.
I'm young.
Hey, come on,
but
Chris.
just for
Help
the,
me
sake
out,
of time,
Chris.
for the sake of time, film recorder.
Okay, a film recorder.
Yeah.
And what he did was he filmed them. He went back to Chicago and he filmed the Jacksons. And when you guys see that movie on about Barry Gordy and Suzanne the Pass and all of them with that film where Michael is doing baby.
It's like a
doing
home video.
home video. That was Bobby Taylor's film.
That's his
That he took back to Motown.
Yeah.
He took that film back to Motown, and Suzanne the Pass saw it and had Barry Gordy to watch it.
Wow.
Boom.
That's
So
how
much
it happened.
history
Yeah.
and level.
Nah.
During Black
Now
History
y'all
Month.
know.
During
Black music. Yeah.
Appreciation Month.
Nah, yeah,
Black
no.
music
Did they reach
appreciation.
out to you during the production of the movie to see if you guys had snippets of Michael or just of your guys' performance?
Oh
during
no,
that time?
I saw it when Craig took me to the what?
Yeah,
When I
we-
left to
Yeah,
Times
we
Square.
weren't
He
sure if
took
that
me-
was going to be added in there, but I had a feeling like that has to be
They has to
somewhere
be
in
somewhere.
there because that was their first time being exposed
Uh-huh.
and given a platform.
Yeah.
And I watched my family help so many people along the way, and we don't have a lot of time, but it's so many. Just like the first break dances in the music video,
Saved over time.
the Jackson 5 story.
Uh-huh.
Even Don Cornelius making Soul Train what
Oh,
he
yeah.
was national. Gladys Knight and the Pips was the only A-list name at that was did it for Don Cornelius because Motown said no. And they weren't on Motown. That was after Motown. And he was looking for he needed a national A-list act to get the national sponsors to sponsor Soul Train nationally.
At the Brown Derby.
Yeah, because it was locally in Chicago already on a local TV network.
Right.
So they said
Right.
yes on a condition. At the time they started their residency at the Hilton, the Las Vegas
Barry
Hilton.
Yeah.
This was in the 70s, right?
Yeah, Baron Hilton.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And they told Don Cornelius, Dad was like, hey, we'll do it, but you have to guarantee that we're back in Vegas the same night
For our show.
for their
We had
shows at the Hilton.
At the Hilton.
So they didn't want to break the contract.
Right. Yeah.
So he promised that.
Uh-huh.
It made it happen.
He promised it, and we flew into L.A., and just like Don said, I thank you guys, I appreciate you guys, and you're a part of the history of Soul Train because of what you're doing. He got us in. We shot, I don't even remember the song we did now. Anyway, we shot the Soul Train performance. Don got us on. Bam, we got back to Las Vegas. Bam, we hit our show at the Hilton. Bam, next thing we know, it's like, Soul Train.
Afro Sheen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so it's just
That's a part of history.
historic.
too.
Yeah, history, Black Music Month, history. To me, stories like that mean a lot to me because it needs to be known.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
they need to get their flowers while they can still smell them, and not wait till they're gone and then talk about this stuff. People really need to know
Yeah.
the shoulders they stand on. You know what I mean? Gladys Knight and the Pips opened up a lot of doors and opportunities for artists.
And that's why it's so important for Sumnu to invite you guys to the show, Sumnu in the Valley,
Yes.
because there's so much history in our company too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you know Shondell, you know that he is a wealth of knowledge.
Yes.
Our founder.
Yeah.
And he's from Brooklyn, New York.
And he's
Oh, yeah?
And I'm from the Bronx. Yeah.
You know what? I just want to thank Shondell and Mr. Wendell P. Williams.
My cousin.
That's a
my
tongue.
first cousin.
That's a tongue. Yes,
Oh, y'all family like that? I didn't know that.
Hey, get out of here. Yeah,
Wow.
Mr. Wendell P. Williams. I want to thank them for presenting me with an icon award at the Martin Luther King's dinner.
Yes.
I want to public. Y'all hear that?
Yes.
Y'all hear that? I got an icon award.
International.
Yeah.
International Icon Award.
Yeah, come on now. Come on, I'm just a little Bubba Knight from Atlanta,
That
Georgia.
was this year.
Yeah.
Yep, this past
From
January.
Atlanta,
This
Georgia.
past January.
Yeah, and I just wanted to publicly thank them for that icon award and presenting it to me. And I just wanted to do that. I don't want to take up all
No,
your
you're
guys'
good,
time
you're good,
because I
you're
got stories. Go ahead.
And we love your stories, which is why we wanted you both to be here and just share a little bit about your life and just seeing where you came from, where you are today, how you're both still involved in the community. Same, that's where our heart is to just be in the community and spread education and just to share resources with everyone.
I'm just overjoyed. This has just been amazing.
Yes.
It's just been amazing.
We
but
appreciate y'all inviting us too. This was great to kick
Oh,
off.
yeah.
You know,
To kick off.
Black
That's
Music
fun.
Appreciation Month. Today is June 1st. It starts today.
And it's
Oh.
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
And it's
Oh, wow.
Amaya's birthday on Juneteenth.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh, you all up there with the ancestors. Uh-huh.
And we work closely with KCP. We're so appreciative of the partnership and just being able to work together.
Absolutely.
It's shown me a lot, exposed me to a lot.
Yeah, y'all are a great community partner.
Thank you.
Some
But
doors.
before we wrap, y'all want to play a game?
Sure.
Y'all want to play a game? So it's like really like this or that.
What is this, chicken foot?
Chicken foot, what's that?
Oh, you don't know nothing about that.
That's a long-
They look like dominoes, but there's more dots on it.
Yeah.
It's a really fun game.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
check it out. Look it up.
Y'all excuse me, I got
Not cool.
Y'all young people, y'all know how to Google and
Show
look
me a
up
little
stuff.
something.
Yeah.
YouTube stuff.
It's a good game. That's a good game.
What's your questions?
So we got Michael or Prince?
Michael or?
Yeah,
Yeah, pick
Michael or
one.
Prince. You gotta pick one.
You gotta pick one.
Okay.
They're all great in their own way.
Yeah. Who go first, Craig or me?
You can go first.
You go first.
All right, I'll go first. All right. Okay. I'm gonna go. I love Michael. I raised that kid, but I'm going with Prince. I'm going with Prince because. Do I need a because?
If you want to give it, yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Because what Prince has done playing that guitar,
Play all his instruments.
playing
Like
all,
27 instruments
I
he
mean,
played.
all of them. You hear what I'm telling you? This kid plays all his instruments, and with his creative mind, with creativity, I'm not taking anything away from Michael either. You know, but with that, I lean toward Prince. God, Prince got some funk going. I mean, some funk. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, okay, Craig, you go.
So I like what you're saying. I appreciate the musicianship of Prince and everything playing. I think it's 27 instruments he plays. He writes, he sings, he does it all, right? But I'm going to lean towards Michael, and only because how young he started and what he had to go through. And I just remember parts in the movie. I can kind of identify with some of the stuff he was saying, like when his mom was saying, "How come you don't have any friends?" and all they want to do is stare at me and take pictures. You know, I experienced that sometimes as a kid when people found out who my family was, and they treated, and especially if I didn't know them. So it's like, and I didn't know as a kid, but you know, in hindsight, it's like, you know, you might have a hidden agenda, or you just like me because of this, and not me for me. You don't even know me, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And for him to have to go through that and find animals as friends and still be creative, and all of the pressure of carrying a family and all of that, and the movie really opened up how he got to his creative flow in that room. So I admire that. So I'm gonna pick Michael on that. But they're both great artists.
Oh my
I didn't
God.
know that he had a giraffe.
Oh, he had. I think he had every.
Snakes,
So
giraffe.
cool.
Hey, just like Prince had every instrument, he had every
Every
animal.
animal. Oh yeah,
It
rat.
started with the monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You grew from
He had
Yeah.
rodent.
Started with the rat.
the rat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Started with the rat.
Wait a minute, do you call it a rat or a rodent?
No, it was Rat Ben.
Ben is a rodent.
Yeah.
Ben is rodent. Ben ain't no rat.
But there's a mouse rodent family.
He's a rodent.
Okay. You got another one?
Yeah.
What you got?
Motown or hip hop?
Huh?
Motown or hip hop?
What's your favorite genre?
Oh my genre?
Your favorite.
I'm going with Motown because
Mhm.
it's still alive. I mean, I don't know
Where
what
they
hip hop is going to be later on. Like
Yeah.
what?
Well, I gotta break that down because
Okay.
there's the golden era of hip hop.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I had to say it like this. My song. It's not my songs, but the songs that were recorded back in those days, to me, are gonna live forever, and more people understand them.
Yeah.
Hip hop is a generational kind of understanding, in my opinion.
It is.
If you ain't, if I don't have Craig, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But he breaks it down to me where in that. I'm with the Z's or the H's, Y's. What?
The Gen Z's?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
No,
Wait a minute.
You're the great generation.
Yeah.
And then came the baby boomers, and then Gen X,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
millennials, and Gen Z, and
Okay,
Gen
okay.
Alpha, and now we're in Gen Beta now. So we're living in seven different generations, and possibly 8, because Miss Anna Bailey and Helen Tolan turned 100 years old.
Yes.
Well, Anna turns
Happy
100
birthday,
in
Anna.
August, I believe. But
Uh-huh.
they're part of the silent generation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Miss Solon just made 100.
And she just made 100. So we have two
Yeah.
100-year-olds living
Yeah.
of that generation. So they're like 8 generations right now
Wow.
at the same time on one earth.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
Happy birthday, y'all 100s.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get there.
So I know we out of
We're
time,
wrapping
but
up.
Oh,
I'm gonna just
no.
say right now.
No, wait a minute. Don't push the button. No.
It's been a blessing having both.
we can have
of
a
you
part
here.
2.
And if you guys could be in the studio with us right now and just see how identical they look right now.
Oh.
We got
Oh.
in their aviator glasses,
Oh.
the same smile, same energy.
Oh, my God.
It filled me out with joy. Thank you. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you for this.
And that is our show. You're listening to Sumnu in the Valley. You can see what we got going on our Instagram at Sumnu Marketing, SUMNU Marketing. And you can sign up for our newsletter. And we got a lot of stuff for small businesses. Just check out our content. We have the show once a month, first Monday of the month. So next month in July, it'll be July 6th at 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Thank you for checking us out, and I hope you took something from today.
Thank y'all, and happy
Thank you.
Black Music Appreciation Week.
Happy
Yes.
Thank you.
And happy
Month.
Juneteenth.
And happy
Month,
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth and all of that stuff.
Happy summer. Stay cool. Make sure you drink water. It's gonna be
Mhm.
hot this week.
Yes.
But yeah, have a good one.
Thank
Keep
you.
it locked.
Bye.
The best station, 88.1. We out.